Hey, everybody, welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. I am Toni Greene, the Psychic Medium, here to give you approximately 60 minutes of questions and answers. Um, so I apparently just forgetting what I'm here for is what's going on so far today. Okay, I am live on Podbean and on YouTube every Monday at noon, and then again on Wednesday, typically at 7 p.m. You can call in to Pod if you're on Podbean. You can call in using Podbean or put your question in the chat on Podbean. You can also, sorry about that, folks. You can also join live on YouTube and put your question in the chat there or connection to a loved one. You guys, I do this. I do the show. Number one, I love it. Absolutely love it. Number two, um, it obviously is a form of marketing for me. And I love that the show goes out on Rude Rangers TV and WSCS television. WSCS sends it out to all of their affiliate channels throughout the US, all of their podcasting stations and streaming stations, and the same with Rude Rangers. Rude Rangers sends this out on all of their streaming stations, radio stations. They send it out. While I'm doing the show, just to keep everything flowing and uh, to, for the sake of the show, I ask that you give me a specific question. Now, considering the fact that I'm just here doing this twice a week, a minimum of an hour each time. That's not a big ask. If you want to connect with a loved one, please just give me your loved one's name and relationship to you, and I will get the message that I can. But if you have a specific question for your loved one, please put that with the first message. Okay. I will be taking callers on Podbean as soon as I'm done with the intro. So please be patient on Podbean. The second thing is I ask for specific questions and I can do general. Can you connect with my angels, my guides, my loved ones, and just give me any message? I can do that, but I do that more in private readings because that tends to take just a little bit longer, and people don't always like the message might be something that's letting you know um, something coming in, and it might take, you'll have follow-up questions. So just a specific question, which I believe on my end is extremely generous. So it's not a big ask. So just ask specific questions, please, on the show for the sake of the show. Next, and then if somebody doesn't and I correct it, I always have this tinge of guilt for saying this is how I run the show, but I shouldn't because this is how I run the show. Okay, once I'm done with the intro, which is going to take a moment, I will be taking callers on Podbean. And please remember, on Podbean, like it flashes for like 3 seconds. So if I'm looking someplace else or I'm talking or whatever, I might not catch to take that call on time. I'm going to go through names, songs, and please don't get scammed. Um, don't get scammed because I will never reach out to you. If somebody's reaching out to you, please know that it is not me. And in general, if people are reaching out to you, it's probably not the best situation. Don't let somebody reach out to you and say, oh my God, you have this. What are you doing tapping? What is somebody doing tapping into your energy in the first place without your permission? What's going on there? Second, just don't get scammed. Okay. Please don't get scammed. Okay. First, one of the listeners, watchers of the show, sent me this morning, and I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to try to get this on the screen. This 14-year-old girl, Caden Neal, 14 years old, last seen July 14th in Oklahoma City. If anybody has any information, please, I'm sorry, I don't know how to hold the phone to a camera. Now I have obviously, um, I have some feeling about this, which is whatever. But if anybody has any information, please reach out to the number on there and and contact the people involved. Songs today. I'm going to start with songs and then I'm going to go into names. This could be a song you know, your loved one knows, um, a song that is uh, the next answer to a question, or the next time you hear it, you just have that confirmation your loved one is with you. The first song is that song "Won't You Stay Just a Little Bit Longer." It's kind of an older song. Um, oh my gosh, this song has been in my head. I cannot get it out. I don't even know the words, but the beat of the song goes do 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 do. But I know the one part goes oh mio mio something 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 on the bio. I think, but if this song is for you, you're just gonna know this song is for you, and you're gonna go oh yeah, my so and so love that song, or I know that song. Um, that song Ghost Riders in the Sky. And then I think, I don't know if these are the same songs, but that song, it says Riders on the Storm. That's the song. And then Ladies, When Your Man Gonna Get Buck Wild, something like that. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Now I'm just going to ask if there's any other songs, and then I'm going to go into names. Cheech and Chong, Low Riders. Oh. Yep. That's just like that out of my mouth. And as I'm saying it, it hits me. Okay. The next song is Take a Chance on Me. Take a Chance on Me. And then Pinky Tuscadero and Blondie and Neil Diamond. Okay, now I'm going to go into names. This could be people, place, thing. It can be a pet. It's a confirmation. So if I say something that is it's a confirmation for you, you can you'll know. And one name can be a confirmation for 5 different people. It's okay. So the first name is Kenny, and then Charlotte, and then um Gerard, Michaela, Mackenzie, Smith. The next Peppermint, like Peppermint Patty, like from the show, but also Peppermint. They're showing me both, like the peppermint, like candies, but peppermint. And then they showed me Charlie Brown. So Peppermint and Peppermint Patty, but it could also be the Peppermint Patty candies, like the chocolate on the outside and the mint on the inside. I don't know what those are called, but maybe peppermint patties, because they're showing me those. They're showing me a lot with peppermint. Wow. And then tea, like chamomile or black Earl tea, lavender. Boy, there aren't very many names of people, just a lot of confirmations of things today, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Couple more, couple more. Um, the next one is Gerard is coming through again, but I've already said that. So for whomever that's for. Chauncey, and then legumes. And I'm ending it there. I'm ending on legumes today. Okay, you guys, I am going to be taking calls. I'm going to be answering your calls and answering your questions. I'm going to go to the top of the list of the questions in the chat on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on Podbean. The first question is from Mona Lee. I did have an awesome weekend. Thank you. She's saying, please, Toni, my best friend passed away of an overdose in 2013. We're so sorry to hear that. Her name was Melissa. There wasn't anything I wouldn't do for her. She knows that. I just want to make sure she is safe. Any message from her? She is. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Choices matter. Consequences. These are the things she's saying, which you obviously know. But she's also saying there is nothing anyone could have done that would have changed the outcome. It was actually, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this to you, Mona. This is just what I'm hearing. She knew. She knew. So, whether it was like purposefully or it was a choice, she knew. She had a feeling, or she knew. She just couldn't stop. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I hope it does. And she does want you to know that you are going to be getting a visit. If you haven't, even if you have already like had visitations from her, you're going to be see like in your dream state, Kate, if you'd like to call in again, you can. I know you were the first caller. In your dream state, you're going to be seeing her again, and she will be giving you a message for you in that dream state. So pay attention for that, and it will be coming in within a month for sure. Now, sometimes when we get visitations in our dream state, we don't remember what they said. Don't worry, it's like a download a program, or we don't remember the dream itself. So please know that when she comes in, she's going to be giving you messages. If you don't remember the visit, seeing her in the dream, or what she tells you, don't worry, because it will be with you. I hope that makes sense to you, love. I'm going to go to let's see if there's a question on here. Poe says, what's my next step? In what area of life? We take many steps every day. So please let me know what area of life. Be a little more specific with your question, love. Oh my gosh. Darlene says, oh my gosh, girl, 2 dates. I don't know who to pick. Neither yet. You go on a couple or several dates with each of them. You look for red flags, not green ones. You ask open-ended questions and let them talk. And after you've assessed them appropriately, be like Darlene, it's very different out there today. And you don't have to tell them you're dating other people. Nobody's put a ring on it. You have not made a decision to be monogamous or to just only date one person yet. So you have the right to date them and find out as much information about them as you can, do background checks on them, um, especially the registry, get on those registries and check things out, not only regular background checks, but registry checks. And make sure you know exactly what's going on with both of them. And definitely, for not only for you, Darlene, but for everybody, ask those open ended questions. Ask those questions, um, like just different questions regarding them and their life and where they want to be with it. Uh, and don't just listen to what they're saying, listen to what they're not saying. Everybody's prepared for the question, tell me about your past relationship. So maybe don't ask it that way. Or how long have you been single? Don't ask it that way. Find new ways to ask old questions because people have recited answers for their questions, and you don't want the recited answer. You want to kind of get them in a way that is not quite recited. Okay, so Kate is calling in. Hey, Kate, what's going on?
Hi, Toni. I'm a positive person. I'm optimist, but I try. But this past week, boy, it really has taken me for a loop. And I think like 3 friendships are kind of tenuous right now. And it just happened. I don't know. I don't think I really did anything. Maybe I just kind of stood up for myself, but I didn't expect those reactions from my friends.
Yeah, okay. So here's yeah, thank you for calling in, by the way. I'm going to tell you sometimes when we stand up for ourselves or we don't show up as the person that
Expected.
that is being taken advantage of or go along to get along, people don't like that because they want what they want. Um, and here's what I'll say: anything that is leaving our life now at this point in time is making way for things to come in that are better. And a friendship should not be existent because you put up with. Um, a
Right.
friendship should be existent because there's mutual love and respect for each other's ideas, thoughts, wills, and wants, if you will. Um, so I would say allow them to have some time to think. And when you communicate with them again, if you communicate with them again, say, that was a very strong reaction. What was that based on? So that not only, so number one, you're addressing it so it doesn't happen again, but number two, they get to tell you why they acted and or reacted the way they did. Um, just so that, because if you do, I feel like in these situations, if we don't have that discussion, it can happen again. And we don't want that, but also they will feel like it was no big deal and their behavior is just fine. Like they one time, I know this is people have patterns of how they behave and what they want. So you have to sometimes break, not necessarily break the pattern completely, but at least with you. So the next time they're not doing and or saying or behaving the same way to you. And I am a very strong believer, even though I can't always do it for myself, in in whatever way we can, even if we have to just practice the conversation on our own prior to seeing them again, trying to, in a very gentle way, like you're talking to a toddler, bring it up and get it cleared away. Because people, when they do things, they know, adults know exactly what they're doing and they know why they're doing it. They just don't want to be called on it. And when it doesn't work, they will get upset. So you have to say, listen, I just want to quickly address why you had such a strong reaction to this. And just don't, as hard as it is, don't don't interrupt them, don't let them out of it. And then if they give you like a vague answer, like, well, oh, I just didn't expect that. Oh, okay, I completely understand, but why didn't you expect that? Like, how, whatever they say, have, if they don't elaborate, that means number one, they're not sorry, and number two, they're going to do it again. So if they don't give you, if somebody can't give you a sincere answer, or they project it on you, they're going to do it again. And that just lets you know you're being protected from being used and or misused. Okay.
Great. Have you heard of other relationship changes going on? Like, I know we don't talk about astronomy wise, but it just seems very intense week.
So
last week.
I'm going to tell you this. There are, I guess, Uranus just moved into Gemini.
Yeah.
For the first time in 84 years. So most of us here have never experienced this. And if we have, if we really don't recall what it was like 84 years ago for most of us, like, plus the sky, other planets have moved. So it's not going to be exactly the same. Also, today's first day of retrograde, but there have been some very intense, I think a couple, like within a week or so, there was a big full moon, the buck full moon, which tells you everything.
Uranus.
So there's a lot going on in the sky. Plus, I am going to say this. I made this prediction before. There's a lot going on, and I'm just going to say it, under the ground, under the, like, things are moving in the sky, but things are moving under our feet also, which is some of what's going on with some of the water and in the air. So as above, so below. When things move above, they're also shifting things underneath. And I am getting, one of the things that I keep getting, and I don't exactly know what this means, but plates are moving like under us. I don't know what that means because, well, I never paid attention in school. And so I'm sure someone could come on and say, oh, these are the plates. And when they move, this is what that means. I'm not going to go into that on the show because I just have no, I'm just telling what I'm hearing rather than coming from a background of being educated on it. I hope that makes sense to everybody. My job is to channel information that I hear, not education that I received. So, and I'm obviously channeling because I could not come up with that statement on my own. So one of the things that I keep hearing is the plates are moving. So if you know what that means, you know what it means. If not, don't worry. But when things in the sky move or things under our feet move, like earthquakes or ocean stuff or lake stuff, it just like we see all the animals leaving Yellowstone because they can sense something is coming. We also sense it to a certain degree, even if we don't know what it is. We have a feeling, like we might have a sense of, oh my God, I feel a little stressed or anxious or, but Sorry for that, everybody, but we might not be able to name it. Um, I do feel like over the next couple of months, there are going to be some things going on that really change the way most of us have friendships, look at friendships, and what goes on within our friendships, but even more so looking at what we want in life. There, each person is being put, and this is again just what I'm hearing. Each person is being put in a place or a position to really examine, what do you really want and why do you want it? Because there are some there are some changes coming in, and again, I'm just telling everybody what I hear. There are a lot of changes coming in where we have the ability to move from where we are to what we want, but we really have to identify that and figure it out. We don't have to know every detail of what we want to get there, but we do have to have the idea that we might want something differently and it might feel or look like this, and we're going to start taking steps toward it. It doesn't mean we have to have a full on business plan, if you will, to get there. I've said this before on the show, we are in a 9 year. If you take 2025, it equals 9. And next year is 2026, which is equals 10, which makes it a 1 year, which is new beginnings. That means a lot of things are finalizing, things that we've put up with, things that we no longer want, things that we want to expand on. It doesn't mean you have to change. You might just expand. You might go into a new area with it. And we're going to have that very, especially for the second half of the year, we are going to notice new things coming in new ways that we can take advantage of and run with it. So I feel like with friendships, with work, with family, there are going to be significant changes coming in. And I say this about, relationship, love relationships all the time. You can make any relationship work depending on how much you are willing to put up with. The idea is to be in relationships where you don't feel like you are putting up with anything for any reason. I had this, I hope everybody laughs at this, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. So please don't take this next comment the wrong way. I had this epiphany that myself and so many of my friends have said, I just feel like they just didn't know. They didn't know better. They weren't loved, so they don't know how to love. They were abused, so they don't know how to treat a person. And the epiphany that came to me this weekend was, we're all out here dating people that we think are too stupid to treat somebody with human dignity and decency. And it really did help me get over something from the past, because everybody knows how to treat other people good. But here we are making excuses for people, friends, partners, whatever, that they just don't know better or they behave like this because of this. But what we're really saying is they're just too stupid to be a good person to you. And that is never true. That is, unless they're like an infant, that is never ever true. Nobody is so unknowing or stupid that they don't know they shouldn't cheat and lie and manipulate. But we allow it because we're not ready to end it. Whether it's a friendship, work, whatever, it's easier to make the excuse, put up with the poop, and deal with it than it is to end it, because there's a little bit of history there. So we have to be in a space where we say, you know what? I deserve better than this. I don't deserve this treatment. If I stand up for myself and they don't like it, that's on you, babe. That's your problem, not mine. Then you can go be with people who let you take advantage of them. And I'm going to come over here and be with these people who do not change, who do not take advantage of me. I hope this makes sense, Kate.
Yes, that's great. That's great message and channeled message on top of it. And I feel my head feels a lot calmer. So
Yeah.
thanks. You got rid of, and you did energy clearing at the same time. So thank you.
And here's what I'm just going to add to that, to all of that, is that it doesn't have to be, let's say you break up with a love partner or a friend, it doesn't have to be either person's fault. Maybe it definitely, maybe somebody cheated on you and it was their fault, but there were 100 signs prior to that that you probably should not have been in this situation. And when somebody does something so blatant, it's the universe saying the contract is over, jump. Jump. We've got you. But we don't have to walk away with the idea of somebody was right and somebody was wrong. We can just walk away with the idea of saying it's time for something new, it's time for something different, or it just, we outgrew each other, or maybe we were just never playing the same game. Like, not that we are playing games, but if we're going to make analogies, maybe somebody was playing, football while the other person was playing bocce. I don't know. Bocce is a very calm, like, game, where football is a little bit more aggressive. So we just walk away and say, listen, we had some experiences, some good, some bad. That's with everything. And now we've outgrown those experiences. We're done having experiences together. We're going to move on. And I wish them the best. I wish me the best. And we're all going to go our own way and have, be in the energy of like minded people. I don't, at this point in my life, I don't want to be around people who use, abuse, lie, manipulate, or cheat. Even if they're not cheating on me, I don't want to be, if you're willing to cheat on or with somebody, you would be willing to do that to me also. It's just a personal choice. It's not a judgment. It's not a judgment. It's just a personal choice. I want people who are able to stand up and do publicly what they want instead of being sneaky behind other people's backs, if that makes sense. And that's not a judgment, it's a personal choice. That's it. That's it. So I hope that was helpful, Kate. I really do. And I'm going to go to the next question on YouTube. Um, hey, Rebecca. Okay, Ishika says, hey, anything on my lower back pain? It flared up in the start of June. When do you see it settling down? August. Let's do a clearing. Let's, anybody who has any physical pain, any place in the body, let's heal, clear, release it, pull it, release it. Let's make sure it's releasing and going. And I just want to say again, if people choose to do whatever they do, I'm not judging them, but every single person has the right to say, I'm not judging you, but I'm also not going to be part of it. And I'm gonna, while we're clearing this, I am gonna say this. Everybody, I think, has seen the CEO Coldplay Jumbotron thing, which I keep laughing at because every person in a relationship in the world whose partner is cheating on them wishes that would have been like, oh, I wish they would be busted that publicly for me. Every person, I think it's not funny, but but come on, it's a little funny. It's a little funny, not to the people involved, but you know. Uh, okay, okay. Okay, next. I feel like by August this should be completely cleared up. I hope that the clearing has helped, and come back to the show and listen to the clearing again until it goes away. I also feel like Ishika, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Do you feel like sometimes when it's lower back, that's the root chakra? I'm not saying that's why this is going, but that's our safety and our security. Do you feel safe and secure right now? Do you feel like your situation is solid? Our root chakra is solid foundation. And the low back comes in either because something's misaligned or because we're feeling not so secure with our foundation, whether it's money, home, any of that foundational structure stuff. Okay. I feel like I'm missing a question on Podbean. I feel like somebody else sent in a question and I have not seen it yet. Hello, Tony. This is from Paul. Hello, Tony. Been seeing a lot of angel numbers 444 999, and the song The Sound of Silence. Is this a good thing or bad? Thank you from the USA. Paul, I'm going to answer your question. Betty, please put yourself on mute and I will be with you in a second. Paul, I'm going to tell you this. Angel numbers are always a good thing. The Sound of Silence, that song, and I like that song a lot. I'm going to tell you these are good things. Anytime we get those messages or signs, they're good things. I don't know what each angel number means. It's easy to look it up and find out. I do feel like there are some good things coming into your life. And The Sound of Silence, that song, they may be telling you to sit in silence a bit with intention, not just sit and quiet, but sit with intention to listen to them. They're bringing you the messages and they're asking you, um, that is such a bizarre message. I'm hearing that prayer, the Our Father prayer, but I'm hearing the specific part, deliver us from evil. That line keeps playing over and over and over again. So, Paul, what I'm going to say is sit in silence with intention of hearing your angels. And I feel like you're going to get epiphanies that really help you. Okay. I hope that's really, really helpful for you. Betty Boop. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Toni. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely, Betty. How have you been? How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Just staying calm
It's the most. It's such an important thing to do at this time and point, right?
Yeah, just thinking to myself that what really matters, and like I'm so tired of everybody and everything wants your attention, and just to say no is very freeing.
Yes. And sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes that's what we really have to do is just be able to say, thank you so much, or I'm so sorry. I wish I could, but I can't right now. That's so empowering too. It's so empowering. So, did you have a specific question for me, love?
Can I get a message from my grandmother, Margaret?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that the first thing that I'm hearing is don't waste, like I hear loving every minute of it, that song, and then don't waste, like the second song that's coming in is wasted days and wasted night. So don't waste time. Don't waste time. Get as much in as you can. Don't waste don't waste any time or don't waste a minute of it. Keep pushing, even though at times you might feel like it's I overwhelming or exhausting. Keep pushing. And I am hearing put it put it to the test, put it to the put it to the test, push the limit, and don't stop no matter what. Now, those messages should make sense to you, love.
Yeah, they do. Thank you very much.
And put it to paper. Any story that you have, put it to paper in a fictional form with a factual outcome that's fictional.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, good. Okay, love. Thank you so much for calling in. You have an amazing rest of the day, okay?
You too.
Thank you,
Take care.
love. Thank you. I feel like there was another question on Toni, what's my next step? Poe wants to know what's my next step. I hear the song instantly, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. The next thing I hear is don't take everything so seriously. And I don't know what this means, but you should buy it. Buy it. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy something, everything. There's one specific thing they are speaking of. Hey, Queen Bella. Okay, let's see next. The next question we did Paul. Hey, Karen. Hey, Amy. Oopsie, I just lost my spot. It jumped to the bottom. So now I have to find my spot again. Hey, Jay Francis. Maria is asking, do you feel Philip prefers redheads or blondes? He used to like blondes, but I just want the honest answer. He looks a lot at, I think that's supposed to be P star RN models. Okay, men do have a type. And so I watched a video and it said they not only have like a look, but they have an ethnicity that they typically like. And when I heard that, I had flashes to a lot of my guy friends who say, oh, I love Latina women because they are mouthy or they'll talk back at me. But at the same time, they say, I want a woman who gives me peace. All right. Confused much? But whatever, let's move on. I feel like I think the question you want to know is he attracted to you? Are you his type? I think that's what you want to know. And I'm going to, men 9 times out of 10 don't worry about if we're attracted to them in that way. The way women can have some tendencies to worry about, do they find me attractive? Am I what they want? Because sometimes men are not transparent about that. And if they're out there looking at other women or watching adult content, we see what they prefer to watch. We see who they're following. We see who they're liking. Like if you go to a guy's page who you're whatever, and they're following all Latin people or all Chinese people, and you're a blonde with blue eyes, you're probably not their type. You're probably not. Just ask him why. Are you his type? Yes. You're his body type. I'm just hearing you're his body type. Um, ask him if I can't. I'm hearing you should ask him if he had a Raggedy Ann doll when he was younger. Just what I'm hearing. I don't know. As I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Hey Heather. Hi Amy. Hi. Does my friend Mary have any advice for me? She passed in January. Okay. Amy, slow down. Um, slow down your mind. Actually, slow down your mind. Don't allow your mind to go a million miles a minute, and don't allow your mind to go to worst case scenario. Mary would also say, I want to make sure her name is Mary. Yeah. Mary would also say, worrying is a waste of time. Take yourself out of the situation, pretend it's somebody else's situation, and come up with solutions for yourself and others. That's what Mary has for you, love. I hope that's good. Any message from my son for his birthday from Grandpa Leo in heaven? Karen, oh, I don't know why I'm hearing this, Karen, but one of the things I'm hearing is don't overindulge. Don't overindulge. Take just the only thing I'm actually hearing is don't overindulge. And well, happy birthday, but don't overindulge. I hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, son of a gun. We're having fun on the bio. Oh mio mio, yay. Yes. Ani, tell me please what my grandfather is saying to me. His name was Shatar, Kotar. I can't pronounce his name. It's okay. Um, this is from Ani. The first thing he's saying is don't stress so much. And I actually I was getting this message before the show, and I thought I don't want to say this because I just don't want to put a bunch of fear into people that's unnecessary. But watch on the roads, watch on the roads, watch on the roads. Like when you're on the roads, pay attention, be careful, or watch on the roads. I did. I'm going to be honest with you, Ani. That's all I was hearing when I was in the shower is be careful on the roads, watch on the roads, and to put that into the show somehow. And I thought I'm not. I don't want to put that into the show. I don't want to spread fear. But here it is. It was for you. Thank you, Ani. Aaron, are you the one, Aaron? Are you craft shows for what? Aaron's question is, when do you see me being in a craft fair? Will I continue craft fairs once I start? Aaron, what is this for? What craft are you doing? I'm going to scroll to the bottom and find out. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Mimi. Mimi. You make me smile. Um, So, oh yeah, you guys, thank you so much for the likes, the shares, subscribing, donations. Thank you for being here with me while I wait for Erin to answer. And I'm looking at uh, on the blah 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 on Podbean. My brain is running at like such such a small, slow speed today. I'm telling you. Betty Boop, what is your grandmother's name? If I have time, I will definitely get you that message. Uh, the red phone, Kate B, the red phone. Uh, okay, I'm not seeing Aaron respond. I'm gonna say this. There's somebody who was doing engraving on wood on the show, and I keep getting messages to offer, like when people have charcuterie businesses, to offer to reach out to those people who have charcuterie businesses and offer to make engrave wooden charcuterie boards with their business name on it, and also to get with event planners so that you can also make, if somebody's having a wedding, a baby shower, whatever it is, anniversary, you can make mini charcuterie boards for like people with charcuterie businesses, little mini charcuterie boards with the name of the baby, the name of um, the wedding name of the couple and the year, things like that. It doesn't have to just be one sale at a time. You can reach out to people who have charcuterie businesses and do 100 for their business with the same logo, or 1,000 for their business with the same logo. And then when they go to places, they just work that in and have these little mini charcuterie wooden boards with their logo on it and their like website. So if people who are getting the charcuterie boards, taking them, and that's like their new business card. So think of that as an option. Okay. I'm going to go back up top. Hey, Sal, Toni Greene, psychic medium. Coach, when are you going to offer coaching services? I do. Every session is, I love that idea. I should offer that. Okay, let me find my space, Annie. Aaron, when you see me being at craft fair, that's the one I just answered. Will I go to Landstar? Maris wants to know, will I go to Landstar? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That's completely up to you. I feel like if you do, you'll have fun and you'll enjoy it. I do hear be cautious of your surroundings, but yes, I feel like it's up to you. You have to make that choice and decide if that's what you feel best doing. You're welcome, Mona. Stephanie. Hi, Toni. I am eager to move out of state. Will this happen sometime this year? Is Stephanie going to move out of the state she's in this year? Yes. What's it, Stephanie? Yes. I hear, as long as you're very diligent and you get on it, there are some things you have to do to get yourself into that position. I know you really want to. Are you going to be, you'll be able to, but you have to be you just have to be like right up on top of it, right on top of it. Okay. Yeah. Is Elizabeth is next. Will I buy homes, duplexes, multifamily homes as investment? Elizabeth, you can, yes, you will look at available grants and programs that will help you get into it. And sometimes if you're buying, let's say, a fourplex, you don't need to show as much income because the property is going to be a business that pays for itself. So if you can get with a Elizabeth, reach out to a mortgage person who does investment properties and just ask them, how do I do this with the minimal amount down and not having to show XYZ? I would say some people for their first property, they want to go for a duplex. It might, if you can, it might be better depending on what you're looking at and where you're looking. It may even be better for you to go for a fourplex that needs aesthetic work than a duplex. I feel like as far as programs or grants that are available, the fourplex is going to offer a little bit more. And again, with renting out to people, check every single background. And you're not there yet, but when you are, we can definitely go over that. Hey, Fax Porcupine. Hey, Kelly. These are people on Podbean. Kelly says, I have a quick question, but I can try on Wednesday. Kelly, what's your, or yeah, Katie, I'm sorry. Katie, I'm so sorry. Katie, what's your quick question? I think I have time. Oh, I have like 4 minutes. I'm thinking about switching jobs and getting into trademark law on the side. I love that for you. I'm currently doing bankruptcy law. There's going to be a lot of money in bankruptcy. Just make sure they pay up front because clearly, yeah, sorry. That actually was channeled. But I feel like if you go into trademark law, it's not going to be as much because everybody's going to be eventually doing that with AI. Bankruptcy, they will not be able to do that as much. So you can do both. Get one set and run with it, and then go into the other. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't only do person bankruptcy, but do business bankruptcy or corporate bankruptcy. And then on the side, because you're doing business bankruptcy, you can also help people with their legal contracts and trademarks and so on and so forth. So, Katie, that's what I have for you today. I hope that's very, very, very helpful. Yeah. And then she says, and if I would have read on, I would have seen. I guess I'm wondering if I should do both or switch. Do both and add corporate, business, and personal bankruptcy. And then along with that corporate and business, you will be able to do contracts and trademarks and patents for companies. You'll start you can get them coming, get them coming and going, if you will, Katie. I hope that was really helpful. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I love all of you so very much. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. If you want to be notified, hit the buttons you need to hit. I go live on YouTube and Podbean. So if you want to join us live, join us Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much and have an amazing rest of the day, everybody. Thank you.